FM, AM 1160. Good morning, and thanks for being with us here today. Our conversation with the folks from Rotary brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And in the studio with us this morning, Bill Geiger, who comes every time, and Ashley Kennedy, correct? Did I get it right?
Yes.
I did. I'm so proud of myself. I remembered a name, Bill. How about that?
That's good. Well, Todd's kind of in the business. You're supposed to remember. So am I.
I'm terrible.
I think you do better than me.
I'm terrible at it. Terrible. Ashley, you've been here before.
I have, yes.
And Bill, you've been here frequently.
Well, yeah, I work across the street, so that's kind of whenever the Rotary needs somebody on the radio, I say, hey, Geiger, can you do it? And yeah, so.
But it's good to have you both. This is, Ashley, you're the new incoming president?
I am. I take over in five short weeks.
Oh, yeah?
Like that. Pretty quickly, yes.
Yeah, well, that's terrific. Congratulations.
I'm excited.
You got a lot of work ahead of you.
I know, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the big things that we do with Rotary every year, and unfortunately, like everything else, it got interrupted last year, is the AMBA blood testing. And I refer to it as the multiphasic. It's not necessarily multiphasic anymore, is it, Bill?
Well, yeah, that's what the M in AMBA is for.
Oh, okay.
The annual multiphasic blood analysis.
Okay. All right, so that is coming up. It's a couple of months down the road, so people have some time to prepare for themselves and get it on their schedule. But that's why you're here today.
That's right. We normally offer it in 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 Saturdays in March, normally. And last year we had it all set up, and then the pandemic started rolling in, and we didn't. That was right when it was starting to. We were just sort of figuring out how serious things were, and we. Literally canceled a day or two before, and we had Rotarians at the door of the location telling people, because, privacy mandates that the blood testing company can't share the names of folks with us. So we just had to stand at the door and say, hey, go home.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's yet another issue, and it was another challenge that the pandemic brought upon us. But that's in the past. Now we can think about now. And Ashley, we've got the event coming up. It's in July this year, isn't it?
Yes, July 31st. It's a Saturday morning. Starts at 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty short window.
It is a short window. Mm-hmm. That's what the people with Quest felt comfortable doing. Just one shot this year. So we're going to have it at the Indiana Mall in the old Route 21 space, the empty mall space there. It'll be socially distanced. We're going to have it set up so no one has to be close to each other, and we'll have masks required to wear. You'll want to call to make a reservation. The number is 1-800-234-8888, and that way you can get pre-registered as well. Now,
is it limited, the number of people who can do it, because of being only a very short window?
That's a good question. That's something we have not gotten clarity from yet from the folks up at Quest Diagnostics who run the testing. Mm-hmm. But they'll make the appointment, so it'll be up to them to decide if they need to limit them based on the amount of time we have or not.
So Ashley, having given us the number, people should call as soon as they can if they want to be sure to be getting a spot.
Yes, and they can make an appointment and just arrive at the time of their appointment.
All right, we'll ask you to give that number again in a couple of moments. Let's talk about what this testing is all about, Bill.
Well, the testing, this is your basic blood testing panel, the things like cholesterol and triglycerides and hemoglobin and kind of things when you go to your doctor and he or she orders you a kind of basic blood panel. This is what that is at a very affordable price, $41, which if you normally go to your doctor and you have insurance and insurance pays for most of it and you might pay $20 of your own money. But if you look at the bill, you find out the insurance company's paying out, $400 or $500 for these tests. Yeah. So this $41 is a real bargain plus our $5 administration fee. Mm-hmm. And it we don't take the Quest doesn't take insurance, but this is really helpful for people who maybe need testing more often than their insurance allows. For example, Medicare people who are covered by Medicare typically cannot get just routine blood testing every year and have Medicare pay for it. So for a lot of seniors in particular, not only seniors, but a lot of seniors in particular, this program is really an important part of their annual health routine. And because we're offering a different month this year, that's why we're really grateful to you for allowing us to come on kind of a little bit ahead of time to give people a heads up that we will be offering it this year, even though we didn't do it in the month we normally do. But we will be offering it at the end of July. Yeah.
And Ashley, one of the things about getting this test is even if it's not something that you do as a part of your routine, if you've never had it done before, it's good to have a baseline, isn't it?
Yes, it's good to have a baseline. Even if you're young, I can get the test so that my doctor can look at it and year after year, and we can judge off that. It's also very good for people who don't have insurance because, again, it's a cost-effective way to get your blood tested.
Yeah. Now, somebody's going to get this testing done, say, and they're going to get these results back, and they're going to say, what am I looking at? What do I need to do with these numbers?
Well, the way the health law is set up is those results have to get sent to their doctor. So their doctor can then interpret it for them. People sometimes misunderstand what they're looking at if they're not trained in medicine. And for that reason, their doctor has to either sign a script for them to get the blood testing, or there are certain doctors in the community who are registered with Quest Diagnostics who've given sort of blanket permission to their patients. And when participants call that 800 number to register, they will ask them who their doctor is, and they can let the participant know if their doctor is on that list or not.
Okay, so they'll qualify them by simply looking at their list of providers and say, okay, not on the list, therefore I need this from your doctor.
Correct.
Or else they'll say, on the list, we'll take care of it from here.
That's it, exactly.
All right. And so with the numbers going to the doc, then it's pretty easy. The doctor is going to look at that, and he's going to say, hey, noticing your triglycerides are high, we're going to have to do this with you. And you know, that's not something to make light of because especially if you're not someone who routinely does this, you don't know where you stand on your numbers.
That's right. I mean, one of the stories that's right. It's really a good, important story to tell. Is one of our colleagues in Rotary is retired now, but he's still in the club. Years ago, we were doing this, and he got the test. One of the optional tests you can get and pay extra for is the PSA, the prostate specific antigen test. Obviously, half of the population doesn't need that test. And so he was getting a test, and he said, "Sure, I'll get the PSA." He had been to his doctor, 6 or 8 months before, and they hadn't found anything. Well, the PSA indicated elevated levels, and sure enough, he had prostate cancer. And they found it early enough; he was able to be treated very successly. That was 25 years ago, and he's going strong. So so it's really important for folks to get their blood testing, both the general, the sort of the basic panel, and if they have particular needs, which their doctors can ask for, particular extra tests. They can get those too.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick, easy way to do it.
It absolutely is. Ashley, one of the things about Rotary being involved in this is there's a benefit to Rotary too from this, isn't there?
It is. Not only is it a fundraiser, but it's a way for us to help the community by, offering and organizing this blood testing. So for reasons Bill just gave right there, one of our, colleagues, we helped find and treat, not we didn't, but helped him find an issue that he had with him. So we're grateful that we're able to, keep our community healthy and be a part of that. Yeah, yeah. And as a fundraising arm for Rotary, I think it's really cool because, there are different ways that organizations raise money for their efforts within a community, for their community service efforts. This one is, it's doubly helpful. It helps Rotary to do what Rotary wants to do, and it helps the people who are getting the test. So it's twice as effective, I guess, is the way I'd put it.
It's great. It's our second biggest fundraiser every year, and it allows us to support some of our regular, typically the funds proceeds from this go to some of the projects we support every year. Like we have a number of scholarships we award to local graduating high school students. We're involved with providing some awards, typically most years for some of the youth participants at the county fair. So these are some of the things we do every year, and this program helps to fund those community projects.
Yeah, absolutely. The other one's what, the luxury raffle? Is that what it is?
The luxury raffle, we canceled last year. We're in the process of trying to plan probably a significantly modified raffle this year because we're not sure still yet what folks will be comfortable with and what our venue will be comfortable with, but we're hoping to have some announcement about that in the next few weeks or so.
That'll be terrific. Any truth to the rumor, Ashley, that one of the big prizes in the luxury raffle will be a Sunday morning at Christ Episcopal Church listening to Bill Geiger?
Hey,
is that free every week?
You can watch that free, or you can even stream that online.
In person or online. That's right.
Yep.
The Geiger show it's a can't miss is what it is. Well, okay, Ashley, we need to give this number again so folks want to get in line for this and get all set up for the AMBA multiphasic blood testing.
Okay, you're going to want to call Quest Diagnostics, and the number is 1-800-234-8888. 1-800-234-8888. Monday through Friday, they're there.
Very good. Anybody else or anything else we need to pass along to folks about this?
Just, it's about 10 weeks away, the end of July, but it's not too early to make that appointment. Again, we don't know how many we'll be able to accommodate. We're just doing that single day this year, so it's not too early for folks to call and make their reservations.
Yeah. Quest will tell you if there's a problem.
Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you both for coming in today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Todd. We really appreciate it as well.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 11.